Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Hello, everybody. What the heck? Oh, hi, Nita. Hello, everybody. Good morning, a good day, a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night. No matter what time it may be, I hope that you're having a wonderful week so far. Hello, everyone. Hi, hi. My Elvira merch arrived yesterday. Oh my god! I still can't believe that that's a thing. My brain is so. Hey! Excuse me. What is the spray for? How dare the audacity? Excuse me. You trying to imply something, Arisu? You trying to imply something? That's what I thought. As I was saying, I still can't believe that Elvira merch is a thing. And so whenever y'all tell me that you get my merch as well, and then there's pictures of it, I was just like, oh my god, it's real. The Elvira merch is real. What the heck? Thank you, Belle, for letting me know. Thank you, Belle. I tagged you in the picture. Okay. I'll check it out soon on Twitter. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I was making some breakfast. I also made myself a matcha latte. And so I've been a little busy this morning. But I'm ready. I'm ready to game. I'm ready to get a shiny Piplup today. You know? So hopefully today is the day. I thank you for tagging me in a picture. Thank you so much. I'm not stinky. I'm not stinky brog. I'm not. How rude. But yeah, I hope that y'all are having a wonderful start to your week so far. I'm eating curry rice with chicken. Oh, that sounds so good. Dalgona coffee milk tea. That sounds really good. Oh my goodness. I hope you enjoy your food and your Dalgona coffee. I didn't even know that Dalgona coffee could be milk tea. Hi, Addie Sue. Hi, Jade. Hello, Isu. Hello, Brog. Hello, Nita again. Welcome. Oopsies. I made myself a little bit bigger. Oh, thank you for the headband. Thank you. Hi, Day. Welcome on in. Hi, Bio. Welcome. Thank you as well, by the way, Bio. I saw your I saw Bio's mod chat message about how I forgot to turn off crowd control from Sunday. And so yeah, that crowd control overlay should be gone now. It shouldn't be there in your face. Let me see. Yeah, we're good. Everything's good. No, we're not playing Pokemon with crowd control. I don't even think it's possible to play Pokemon with crowd control. Yeah, I don't think Nintendo would allow for like any sort of like third-party extension like that, you know? Oh my god, but I messed up my schedule. Speaking of peak, tomorrow actually, I forgot to change my schedule. And it says that we're playing Rune Factory tomorrow. And I might do a little bit afterwards if we have time. But tomorrow, actually, I'm part of a collab. I was invited to play some Peak with some friendos for an earlier stream tomorrow. So tomorrow, my stream is actually going to be starting an hour earlier than usual. So for those that are used to me streaming at this time, tomorrow I start stream about like an hour and a half earlier. So I'll be live tomorrow at like 2 p.m. EST, if not like 1 p.m. EST, if I can wake up in time. But yeah, and what that time is for West Coast is it is 11 a.m. Pacific, if not 10 a.m. Pacific. Yeah, so that will be the stream time for tomorrow. I should be awake though. It's just that I want to eat breakfast and stuff before I start the stream. But yeah, I'm gonna try to start at least like half an hour early before the collab, since the collab is specifically at 11 a.m. Pacific, which is 2 p.m. EST. Yeah, early stream tomorrow. we're gonna be playing some Peak with some friends for early stream. It's probably the earliest stream that I've done in a while. We love Peak, yeah! Hi, Woppo. Speaking of, afterwards, later today, after we do some shiny hunting for Piplup, we might play some Peak. Because Woppo made a pack last night that was, let's just say, very chaotic. Like, if you thought the pack that I made was chaotic on Sunday, just wait until you see what the pack is like today. But yeah, that's if we have time and if everyone's time lines up. Hi, Woppo, how you doing? Good morning. I think Dorley's still sleeping. Unless I missed the announcement. Hi, Jade. They won't work on... Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, yeah, I don't think they're gonna allow that on the Switch. You've been up since 8? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Why? How come? Oh, you'll probably nap later? Okay. Do you think you'll be like... I don't know when we're gonna play Peak. I don't know if we're still gonna play Peak. So, I don't know. Do you want us to, like, wake you up if you're still sleeping by that time? It honestly depends, though. Because it was just like if we play, we play. If we don't play, we don't play. But yeah. That's early. I woke up at, like, I think, 10:30 today, a.m. Yeah, Pacific time. But yeah, last night was probably the latest I've stayed up in a very long time. I feel like ever since the move, I've been having like a proper sleep schedule. But last night was the latest I've stayed up in a very long time. And so today was the latest I've slept in a while as well. But yeah. We'll see. Okay, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys had a nice Monday. What did I do yesterday? Yesterday was just like more of a schedule day. I made my schedule. I forgot about changing my Wednesday portion for some reason. Oh, I tried out this like food planning. I have an app that I use for working out, and there's like a premium trial that allows you to have like a 30-day free trial, and it comes with like meal prep ideas. And so I tried that out. It's interesting though. It's just like, because I've never done any sort of like meal prep planner app thinking about. And so I tried it out, and it's interesting. You know, it's just like, okay. You know, there's lots of ideas of recipes, and I like it because I like having, you know, I guess like ideas given, and then I pick and choose from them. I'm not really that great at like thinking up on the spot, like, what do I want to eat today, you know? And so I like choices. I like being given choices. But yeah, maybe I'll do some like grocery shopping after stream today to try out some of the new meal prep foods that I picked out. And then maybe I can show you guys as well. I can update you guys. Also, I was thinking about stuff for the birthday stream happening on the 16th. And so I think I kind of have an idea of what the schedule is going to be. But yeah, that's going to be happening on the 16th. Also, apparently there's another direct happening on Thursday. I saw it on Twitter this morning that apparently there's going to be a direct on Thursday for Nintendo, but it's not like Nintendo like 3 like I don't know how to describe it. It's Nintendo, I think indie games. So it's technically still not Nintendo, but it's indie focused. And so I'm excited. I love indie games. I'm excited to see, you know, what they're planning on you know, I guess revealing, as well as what they're planning on I guess porting to the Switch, because I know some people are really looking forward to some games like Fields of Mystria, hopefully on the Switch. Yeah, Indie Direct. Yeah. Man, I want to talk about something, but I don't want to talk about it because the thing that I want to talk about is part of the mods. And so if I talk about it, it's going to be like a spoiler for the mods for Peak. But at the same time, I also want to talk about it. Okay, I'll like vaguely talk about it. YOLO. Okay. So there's this mod. I'm not gonna say what the mod is, but there's a 1 in 10,000 chance that something will happen every second. And so keep that in mind. 1 in 10,000 chance that this thing will happen to me, right? And so last night, it was me, Torelli, and Wuppo playing some Peak at like super degen hours because he wanted to test out the pack that Wuppo made, right? And I told Wuppo, I was like, watch, with my luck, it's gonna happen to me. I'm going to be the first person to have this thing happen to me, where, you know, even though it's like a 1 in 10,000 chance every second, it's gonna happen to me. And so keep in mind, by the way, for shiny Piplup, it's a 1 in 4,096 chance, okay? So 1 in 10,000 is more rare than the shiny Piplup, all right? And let me just say, it happened to me. The thing that can potentially happen every second that has a 1 in 10,000 chance, it happened to me first, and then it happened to me a second time, and then it happened to me a third time. And so I was like, okay, great. My luck is just messed up. I can't get a single Piplup after like 6,000 attempts, but apparently I can get, you know, this thing that can happen in the game from the mod. That's like a 1 in 10,000 chance 3 times in, you know, the hour that we played. And so I was just like, okay, this is great. This is amazing. But yeah, Piplup is actively avoiding me at this point. Yeah, because I don't know if I should call that lucky or unlucky, but I was just like, what the heck, man? What the heck? Like, if those odds had relayed over to Piplup, I would have gotten Piplup by now, like 6 times, man. Oh, you redeemed Zoom? Is this what you want? Is this what you want? You want to be up close and personal? Alright. I am zoomed in. I am zoomed in for the next 5 minutes. I am zoomed in. Hello, everyone. I'm so sorry I am all up in your personal space. But this is the Zoom redeem. Thank you, Bio. Thank you for the 5-minute timer. Thank you. Is this what you wanted? Huh? Hi, Fish Frogs! Welcome on in. How you doing today? Welcome to the G Shop. Welcome on the YouTube side. Hi. Yeah, Elmo stare. Hi, West. Welcome on in. How you doing today? I'm so happy that whenever I get to zoom in, you guys get to see more of my eyes up close in detail. I feel like not a lot of people realize that my eyes have, you know, pinks and greens in them, like accent colors. And so I am really happy whenever you guys get to see my eyes up close and personal. Hi, Red Twin Tails. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Hello. Sorry for anyone popping in. I'm not usually so up close and personal in your space. This is just a redeem. Thanks to chat. Oh my god, speaking of, I got updated. There's a bunch of not redeems, but I have some commissions of some stuff that I've gotten recently, and I'm excited that the ones that I've reached out to in terms of the artists, I am like officially in their queue, and so I'm excited. I'm very excited. I just noticed that Elmo is not just a static image, but an anime. Yeah, Elmo just stares into your soul. There was a moment where Elmo was just like... But yeah. A lot of the commissions that I've commissioned are like in queue, which means that they're actively being worked on right now. At least for the ones that I got updated on. But yeah, the ones that I have right now are the music video for Mechanopsis, and then I have the sub badges for the people that are over the 5-year mark on my channel, right? And then I have another one. That one, I just can talk about it. That one is going to be my like business card. I know. I was just thinking about it, right? I was like, I should probably have a business card, you know, because I am going to go to conventions and stuff, right? And the amount of times where I've talked to people, I wish that they had a business card. And it's not even just like Artist Alley, because Artist Alley, whenever I went to go around and visit Artist Alley at conventions, I would just take the business cards that they had, right, on their table. But there were so many times where I've met people and I want to know, you know, like their Twitch or their Twitter handle or, you know, their email and stuff like that. And sometimes it's just hard to, I guess, like exchange that information on the spot in conventions. And so I thought about it, right? Like, since I'm going to, you know, TwitchCon and PAX West this year, I want to have a business card that I can just like give out, you know? And so, yeah, I have a business card design that's being made as well. Very exciting. I'm very excited about that. And yeah, so that's like the main stuff that's currently in the queue. Yeah. I haven't really commissioned art in a while just because I've been, you know, in saver mode. So no new art anytime soon, but yeah, just like extra, you know, I guess like stream stuff. Yeah, stream stuff commissions as opposed to like art commissions. Yeah, he very slightly moves. Elmo is just like, if you don't see him, like if you don't pay attention to him, he doesn't look like he's moving, but he's moving. I know, I'm so excited. I'm really, really excited. I can't wait. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe that I'm going to TwitchCon this year. I don't think I ever made like an official announcement about it. But yeah, I am going to TwitchCon this year. So I was just like, oh my god, it's happening. It's happening. Alright, let me back up. Meow. Meow. Zoom Vera over. Hi, Soup. Sorry. Yeah, timer just finished. What the heck was that for? Thank you for the water. I have my matcha latte, but I do have water with me as well. Hi, Sanzai. Welcome on in. Hello. Good water. But yeah, I don't know what to expect. Oh, but this year, unfortunately, my business cards will not be ready by PAX West time. Because PAX West is at the end of this month, right? And so, yeah, I won't have my business cards by then. So, yeah, a little unfortunate. But I should be for sure, you know, I should have it by the time that I go to TwitchCon. I haven't talked about it too much. But yeah, I'll tell you guys more about my like TwitchCon details as it gets closer. TwitchCon's on to like October anyway. But I'm excited. I'm very excited. I don't know what to expect. It's gonna be my first time in California, and then it's also gonna be my first time, you know, at TwitchCon. It's gonna be, yeah, one of the first times for everything over there. I'm excited. But yeah, I don't know if y'all have ever gone to TwitchCon before, or if you have any experience. I would love to hear about it. But as far as I know, I feel like a lot of people don't really go to TwitchCon. I feel like most people, they go to TwitchCon like if they have a streamer that they want to meet up with. But aside from that, I feel like a lot of people usually they'll like be in the area to hang out, but they won't go to TwitchCon itself. Especially with, you know, how expensive it is nowadays. One day I'll go to another convention. Oh, which one? Do you have anything in mind? Like, do you want to go to Anime Expo? You want to go to TwitchCon? You want to go to like another big convention like Anime NYC? You want to go one day? Yeah, I think this is like for this experience, it's, you know, I think about it as in like, okay, this might be like potentially be my first and only time that I go to TwitchCon, depending on how it ends up being. But yeah, I was like, I do want to at least go one time. And so, yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited to go. I've been to cons and had stand, but never... TwitchCon. Oh, Offkai! I do want to go to Offkai. I was thinking about it, right? I remember I got like really big FOMO this year for Offkai. And so I kind of want to go next year. But at the same time, though, I don't know. People were talking about like how stinky it was at Offkai. And so I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I want to go to Offkai, but at the same time, though, you know, they were saying it was like extra stinky. But, you know, at the same time, I wear masks whenever I go to conventions anyway. And so I think it should be fine. It shouldn't really bother me too much. It's like one of the occasions where I'm grateful that my sense of smell isn't that great, you know? But yeah, I remember seeing so many friends at Offkai. It looked really fun. It looked really fun. Everyone hanging out together, especially because Offkai is a convention, you know, focused on VTubers, right? And so it looks really fun. You've only ever been to Crunchyroll Expo. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Mask, not just for the stink, but yeah, it's important too. You don't want to get the, you know, the infamous con flu, because, you know, it's very easy to get sick at conventions as well when everyone's in close proximity. And then some people don't wash their hands. Some people, they just, you know, they don't practice, you know, hygiene. It's very important. Stay safe, chat. If you're going to conventions, okay? All right. But yeah, I don't know. When I was younger, I wanted to go to Anime Expo, but as I've gotten older, I don't know. Anime Expo, it seemed really cool, but with how crowded it looks like a little... It seems a little intense, at least for my personal preference. And so I wanted to go when I was younger because, you know, Anime Expo is like the Anime Expo, the anime convention. And so I thought about it, but yeah, I think I'm okay if I don't go to Anime Expo, but it'd be a fun experience. I'm always down to try things, you know, once. And so if I have the chance, I would love to go, but I'm okay not going as well, just because it seems a little wild. Anime NYC was really fun. I liked it. Anime NYC is the biggest convention that I've been to, and that was also pretty intense. Not nearly as crowded as Anime Expo, so there was still breathing room. But at the Artist Alley, though, it was super crowded, and so I can only imagine what it's like if it's, you know, if you go to like Anime Expo. I don't know. I know, yeah. I know about SakuraCon. I've been told about SakuraCon many times now from a lot of friendos. And I know some friends as well that also are planning on going next year potentially. So yeah, I'm definitely considering SakuraCon. I think SakuraCon is just like, it's around a time where a lot of conventions are happening. And so you kind of have to like pick and choose what cons to go to around that time. Because it's very, very expensive to go to a bunch of conventions back to back to back. I want to go to Comiket and Anime Expo one day. Worried about crowds too, though. Yeah, right. Seattle sounds like a nice place to visit. Yeah, I think there's like... Well, what is there? What is there in Seattle? Seattle, there's like the... What is it called? Like the Needle? I don't know. When I think of Seattle, I think of like iCarly. I know. The Space Needle. Yeah. The Space Needle. Yeah. I don't know what's in Seattle. Except for like, you know, for touristy spots, except for like the Space Needle. And then I think like another touristy spot is like, what is it called? Pike Place, I think? Or is that in Canada? No, I think that's in Seattle, right? I don't know. Sometimes I mix up the tourist spots from like Vancouver and Seattle. Yeah, but there is PAX West. You know, I went there last year, right, for PAX West in Seattle, and that was fun. You know, that was really nice. That was fun. I think only of coffee if I think of Seattle, but visiting any place with cool weather sounds nice to me. Really? Is Seattle known for their coffee? I know Seattle has that like really fancy schmancy Starbucks that people were talking about at PAX West. They're like, yeah, near PAX West, the convention, there's like the Starbucks that is very, I don't know if it's like the first ever Starbucks, but there's like a very unique Starbucks there. And I was like, oh, I don't drink Starbucks, but interesting, very interesting. I don't drink coffee like that. I am more of a matcha girly. Speaking of my matcha's going cold. Ah, Seattle's best. Oh. Sorry, you guys are getting like, I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm sipping on my matcha. Okay. God, even like, I make myself a smaller cup, right? But even with the smaller cup, I feel like I still struggle trying to drink a cup of tea or like a cup of matcha whenever I'm streaming, because apparently I just can't multitask. If I'm yapping, I yap a lot, and so I just keep on chatting like instead of, you know, drinking my water or drinking my matcha. You heard it, HD! God, I don't know why, but that feels embarrassing. I'm just like, no, I don't listen to it. Oh, God. Okay, alright. But yeah, like we can hop into shiny hunting, since I know last week I took a while to start. And so let me go ahead and boot up the game so we can chat as I hunt for a shiny Piplup. So we're not just here listening to me like yap without playing the game, alright? Wow, once again, 30 minutes of chatting before I start the game. Who am I? Oh my goodness. Hi, Cian. Welcome on in, ma'am. Hello. I hope your day's going well so far. Welcome. I am getting my game. Wait, I forgot. I need to plug in my controller and my monitor. Do you guys drink coffee like that, though? You know, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I kind of wish I drank coffee, because coffee smells really good, but I don't drink coffee because I just don't like coffee. I don't like the taste nearly as much as I like the smell of coffee. I'm more of a tea type of gal. Okay, let me plug in my thingy-ma-bob. Give me 1 second. Okay, that should be plugged in. At least it wasn't an hour and a half like last. Hey! Okay, last time that was because of technical difficulties, okay? With the modding and the crowd control on my end. It would have started earlier, but yeah, I just ran into so many tech issues that day on Sunday. I was just like, man, why? Why is it doing this? Unfortunate. Oh, you have food and content. I hope you had a good sleep. I did have a good sleep. I will say though, yesterday I have a confession, chat. I did not work out yesterday. I'm supposed to work out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but I did not work out yesterday. And what happened was I had lunch and then I food comaed. I took a nap, and then after I woke up from the nap, I felt so tired and I had a headache. And then after I woke up today, I felt tired. And you know, it's like I said, right? Like after working out, I feel like so energized. And so with me not working out yesterday, I felt tired after waking up today. And so I'm like, dang, yeah, I need to keep on working out. It's true. I'm sorry to say, chat, but it's true what they say. When you work out, you do have more energy compared to like when you don't work out. Because my body feels like a potato today since I did not work out yesterday. For me, I'm the type of person that really likes consistency and routine. And so if I break my routine, my body feels like it's off. It's just like, la, 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 la. And so I didn't work out yesterday. And I'm just like, man. I was considering it too. I thought like today, I was like, okay, if I wake up early enough, maybe I can just like hit the gym before stream. But no, I was tired. And so I slept. But yeah, work out again tomorrow. Back on schedule tomorrow. Yeah. I'm still like in the phase where I'm trying to like figure out how much weight to put on because I have really weak upper body strength, and so I'm very weak in terms of like how much weights I put on for upper body. But for lower body, I put on like a ton of weights, but I didn't really feel anything the next day after working out, and so I really need to add in more weights for lower body. But for upper body, I need to keep it as is. And so yeah, I'm still in the process of trying to like figure out where I'm at currently, because I don't remember what I used to lift, and then I don't know how much my body has weakened, I guess, over the years of me not working out. Hi Ninja, good afternoon, konbanwa. Welcome on in, good evening everybody, for those that are in the evening. Yeah, that's my confession. I'm keeping myself accountable. I'm letting you guys keep me accountable too. But yeah, I forgot to work out. Or I didn't forget. I chose not to work out yesterday since I took a nap. I felt cold. And then it gave me a headache. Okay, let me switch over to this scene right here. But yeah, I feel like it's important to keep yourself accountable, because if you don't, then it's gonna, it's gonna be bad, because then you're gonna keep on not making yourself accountable, and then the more you do that, you might start making excuses. And I'm talking about in regards to like working out, I feel like working out, it's very easy to fall into excuses, right? Like I've done before in the past when I've tried to pick up my workout again. So I am keeping myself accountable on stream with y'all this time that I work out. Thomas, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. I hope you enjoy your stay. Welcome, Thomas. Thomas Malou. Might finally work out today or tomorrow. Yeah! Oh my god! I don't know if it's just like group mentality, but yeah, a lot of people have been working out too, like in our friend group. Like I, feel like a bunch of us are just like, you know what? It's time to like get moving again. And so we have some friends that are about to start working out soon because they got a gym membership. We have some other friends that, have begun working out already with their membership at a different place that they've gotten. And so it's cool. We're just like, wow, everyone's starting to like work out again, after not working out for a hot minute. And so it's really fun. I think it's great, because it's definitely, I feel like, more motivating if you have other people to motivate you as well. Like if you have goals and then you're around people that also have goals, it really pushes you to also want to keep up with your goals, right? And so it's really cool to see that people in chat as well are also, working out as well. Like I know some other people mentioned the other day when I talked about working out that they also felt like they wanted to work out again. I'm just like, yeah, do it. I would love to, listen to your workout journey if you guys are, working out again, or if you're thinking about working out, right? I'm not like a super big workout person, but I am definitely, all about like a healthy lifestyle. And so it's fun. It's fun to talk about, new activities and new hobbies that we pick up. Working out with a friend makes it more fun. Yeah, I feel like working out with friends, working out with a partner, working out even with just like gym buddies that you see constantly, it definitely helps out compared to like working out by yourself. Because when you work out by yourself, it's very easy to get demotivated. And that doesn't apply just for working out, right? It's like any hobby. If you have a hobby that you're trying out for the first time, it's really fun, to like have someone to share that hobby with, because you can talk about it. You can talk about your goals together. You can support each other and like cheer each other on in regards to your goals for that hobby if you have goals. And so I think it's fun. I think it's really fun, yeah, to have someone or people by your side if you are, doing something new or trying to pick something back up. Okay, I'm setting my goal. All right. It's always good to be surrounded by people who share the same goal. It makes the motivation to do it much more empowering. Yeah, right? I think it's really awesome. It's really awesome to, yeah, to, be surrounded by people that share similar goals as you or like similar aspirations, right? And then it can like rub off on each other. It's like what they say, the people that you choose to surround yourself with, right, do end up rubbing off onto you, whether it be their goals, their motivations, their mindset, right? And so it is important to think about the people that you're surrounding yourself with, right? So that you know that if you do start picking up on their habits or their mindsets, that it's something that you want to pick up on. Okay. All right. I think that should be good. And then counter. Okay. Like, I know what that's like. It's kind of goofy, but that's like one of the things that I always see on those motivational accounts on social media. They're like, surround yourself with people that, that you want to surround yourself with, blah, 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 blah. But I'm talking about it just from the more so like my own personal experience, because it is true, the people that you surround yourself with do rub off onto you in terms of their mindset, their goals, and how they are morally, what they value, right? Because, that's just a thing that happens when you're around people, especially if you're around people for, weeks, if not months, if not years. If you're around people for a very long time, you end up rubbing off on each other in ways that could be good or be bad. So you have to keep that in mind. All right. Also, prediction-wise, let me go ahead and start the prediction right here. It's like how you made me rebuy Scrub Mommies again. I didn't make you do anything, ma'am. I feel like I motivated you to get Scrub Mommies again, right? I love my Scrub Mommy though. Oh my god, I am so happy to have a Scrub Mommy to use whenever I wash dishes, because once again, I wash dishes a lot, and from the years of me washing dishes, I like a good sponge, because if I have a bad sponge, I hate sponges that are like flimsy and then, they die after like a week. I'm just like, ow. So I'm very, very happy with my Scrub Mommy. All right. The first prediction is if I will find a shiny Piplup by 6,625. So if y'all want to vote, please feel free to vote on if you think I will find a shiny Piplup or a shiny Starly by the time that I reach 6,650 today. I'm so happy to have it again. Yes, best sponge ever. God. And if that's the thing that you guys didn't really hear me talk about before, well, now you hear me talk about it. You're definitely going to hear me talk more about... Well, I mean, I've always talked about it. I feel like, about stuff to use around the house. But yeah, it's real nice. It's real nice to have a good sponge, especially if you wash dishes a lot like me. Okay, all right. I booted up. Your guess stays at 6,666. Okay. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome on in, by the way. Oh, we do have some people that said 69, so you wouldn't be the only one, Pamela, if you decide to make that your guess. Surround yourself with people that won't let that won't let you dig yourself into a hole. Yes. I mean, the thing is, right, it's like I feel like when it comes to, like, friends or even just in general, like, comforting people, right? It's nice to comfort people. Sometimes it's nice to let your friends, like, be in the feels if they're in the feels, because it's important. It's important to, feel your feels. Because if you don't feel the feels that you're feeling, then you end up bottling up your feelings. And so sometimes it's important to be able to recognize the emotion that you're feeling, and then, just kind of let yourself be in the moment with that emotion. Because I feel like it's very typical nowadays that that a lot of us tend to just bottle up our emotions because we're just like, no, you know, to be an adult, you can't blah, 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 blah. But it's good. It's good to, you know, for example, like if you want to cry, it's good to cry every once in a while. You know, that is a form of like emotional release, right? To cry if you want to cry, right? Why not 66? What the heck? I guess that is the best of both worlds, huh, CJ? 6,669. Interesting. It's like R30. But yeah, I'm doing well today, Hado. How about you? How you doing today? Oh no, CJ! Okay, like when I say like being surrounded by people, yes, I do mean like, you know, being surrounded in terms of your friend group, right? But I'm not talking about literally in person. Like most of my friends are online, right? And so I surround myself with friends online. And then there are friends I have, you know, in person, but it's not really friends that I can really meet up with that often, especially now that I've moved. And so it doesn't have to be like in-person friendships. It could be in-person friendships. It could be online friendships. It could even just be the social circles that you're in, you know, like if you're at work and there are people that you talk to at work, right? Their mindset can also rub off onto you because you're working with them every day. And it could be your family. It could be just in general, like where you're around. It doesn't have to be people that are close to you. The closer they are to you, the more likely they might end up affecting you. But just in general, just like what you surround yourself with can really, you know, affect you, is what I'm trying to say. All right, I will start the first Pokeball. I think the prediction is done, maybe. I'm not sure if my work friends want me to be rubbing off on them. Wait, why? Why? Should I ask why, Cheryl? Or no? You're my hero, LV. You have been hunting that shiny Piplup for like 5 years and have never given up. Oh my god, Hiragana. Thank you. I don't know if I should be called a hero though. I feel like, if anything, I would not want y'all to be, you know, stuck in this cycle of madness like I am. But you know, I do think it's fun though. Like if you want to try shiny hunting like me, I think it's definitely fun. The only reason I'm able to shiny hunt like this is because I've seen other people go further beyond than my number for their Piplup, and so they motivate me to keep on going. If they were able to persevere, then I feel like I can persevere as well. Yeah. We are junior heroes, if you get that reference. I don't think I recognize that reference right off the bat. But you know what that makes me think about? That makes me think about that Disney movie, Sky High, I think it was called. Or at least I saw it on Disney. It was like that high school full of heroes. Every shonen hero got stuck, but they never gave up. That's true. That is very true. Hi, my pants are shiny. Welcome on in. Here to give some shiny love again. Keep strong and big love. I really love my time in the stream. Oh, thank you. What the heck? Thank you, Shiny, for always being so sweet. Thank you. Hope you're doing well today. Elv is also a hero movement rider style. Oh my goodness, you guys are getting it all wrong. I grew up, you know what I grew up with? I grew up with Power Rangers. I grew up with magical girls. Like when I think of motivational, right? Like I do think of like shonen characters, of course, like shonen protagonists, but Brovira, he was the one that was like into the shonen protagonist, right? But for me, when I think of what motivated me in terms of heroes, I think of like magical girls, you know? I think of Power Rangers. I do think of some shonen characters, but they didn't really, I guess, like rub off onto me as much as they did for Brovira. Brovira was like super into them. He was super into all the shonen characters, but not just shonen. He was into all the superheroes. He had like a Batman phase. He had a Ben 10 phase. He had a Power Ranger phase. There were so many phases that Brovira had, and because he was a younger brother, right? My parents would always buy him, for example, like the Halloween costume that he wanted, associated with the hyperfixation that he had that year with his shonen character. And so yeah, he had all that. I hope someone clips your reaction when you find... I hope so too. I hope someone clips it as well, because I would definitely be, you know, posting it everywhere to let people know that, you know, after 84 years, I finally got my shiny Piplup. Hooray! Oh, Donald! He says it to Phil? Really? Yeah, I don't remember that reference. I feel like if I do watch the episode, I'll probably get it. But I'm not gonna lie, as I get older, I feel like some references I just don't get as much if I don't see it. I'm more of a visual person too. My mom always told me I would replay the same Power Ranger tapes all day until she got sick of it. Oh, I feel like that's cute though. I say that because I also did the same thing too. I feel like I was probably that same kid for my mom, except with like the Jonas Brothers. I would replay the same like Jonas Brothers songs over and over again. I would replay Camp Rock after I got the DVD. I would just like watch Camp Rock every day, all day, after watching it on, you know, Disney Channel. Whenever it came on Disney Channel, I would watch it again as well. And so, yeah, don't worry, you're definitely not alone. I was the exact same way too. If I like something, I'll listen to it over and over and over until I'm sick of it. And then after I'm sick of it, after like a month or so, I'll come back to it and be like, oh yeah, it hits just the same. I was such a happy child with my cheap Green Lantern costume. That's so cute. Ninja! Oh.
Here's to 6,610. That's where it's gonna be.
Thank you, Ninja, for the 100 bits. I really hope so. I really hope it's at 6,610. Because that means I only have 7 more resets until I can finally start playing the game. Oh my god, if Pokemon had pity like gacha for shiny hunting, that would be next level. That would be amazing. But it is not the case. Reminds me of Kida-san Black Banner. I pulled 350 and probability said I should have gotten 3 copies, but I only got 1 and it was the pity. That's how it is. That's how it is when it comes to gacha, you know, like Uma Musume or you know, Fate. Like I already knew about the whole gacha rate, you know, for Uma Musume because I have already played these games before. I had the same pity. I'm pretty sure it has the same pity as Fate Grand Order, because Fate Grand Order's pity is also absolutely ridiculous. And so for Uma Musume, you know, I wasn't expecting to get Kida-san Black at all, and so I'm very grateful I even got Kida-san Black. Hi, Jin! Wait, whoa, I'm waiting. Left, right. Okay. All right, ready. Okay. Left, right, right. You know, you're starting to sound like those YouTube videos that I watched back in the day where they were like, okay, in order to get a Celebi, you have to tap on the corners of your bottom touchscreen this set amount of times, and then you'll get yourself a Celebi. See what happens? See what happens, Jin? It did not work. Hi, Jin. Oh, I didn't mean to take a screenshot. Hi, Jin. How you doing today? Can we get a shout out for Jinko, please? Hi. But I fell for it though. Friggin', I'm still kind of gullible. Not as gullible as I used to be. But yeah, back during, you know, naive Elvira as a child days, I would fall for every single one of those videos. I would fall for the whole like tap the 4 corners of your touchscreen in order to get a Celebi at this location. If you want a shaman, you have to play this specific tune with your gym badges by tapping in this order. But you have to make sure that your gym badges aren't completely shiny, because back in the day, you were able to clean your gym badges, because gym badges would get dirty in these games back in the day, right? And so they would incorporate the touchscreen system by you rubbing your badges with your stylus in order to clean your gym badges. And there was like 4 levels of dirt. There was the dirty one, there was like semi-dirty, There was semi-shiny, and then there was like super shiny. And the super shiny was the best one because you could hear the note the clearest when you would tap on the badges. And so, yeah, the sound they made, it was like... That was the sound that it would make whenever you would shine your badges with your touchscreen stylus. But you best bet. For me, because I like stuff clean, I would shine the heck out of my badges every time that they got dirty because I wanted them to be like spick and span, shiny, sparkly, you know? I fell for the shoot every credit in Super Smash Bros. Melee to unlock Toad rumor. I didn't know about those rumors, but I feel like Bro Vera probably knew about those because he was the one that was into Smash. I didn't think... Wait, I forgot! I was gonna put on the Piplup art that Chizuru drew for me to help increase our odds of a shiny Piplup. Oh my god, look! If you guys missed it, Chizuru... If you guys missed it, Chizuru drew this shiny Piplup Elvira and posted it on Twitter. And I told chat that I would put this on me to help us increase our luck of getting our shiny Piplup. Yeah, look, it's me as Piplup, but shiny. Look. So cute. So cute! Oh, I can't get over it. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. But yes, I will put this on me. Right here. Okay. Alright. It's on me. Yes. I didn't think about it, but Tuesdays are your biggest gacha days. Exactly, you know? You think gacha Thursdays are gacha days? No, the real gacha is on Tuesdays when we go for our shiny Piplup. Next time, try to play with your controller / switch upside down. They will give you increased shiny chance. Not the missing no. I don't want to ever see missing no. Missing no scared me back then. Missing no was scary. The whole glitch. Thank you, Derpy. Hi, Derpy. Thanks for shouting out Jean, the streamer that draws. I did not skip the shiny. I did not. I stumbled upon a shiny Starly, but not a shiny Piplup yet. Trust me, I have my strats of making sure that I don't skip it. There's a way. There's a method to my madness. Okay, all right. Because for me, it's like I always wait until they get into battle because there's an indicator that shows you that it's shiny with the sparkle. And so before the battle starts, like before the UI for the battle starts, you'll see a shiny animation like the one right there on screen. And then it'll load into the UI for the battle. And so I always wait for the battle UI to pop up before I restart. Left, right on the Pokeballs. Okay. I will try that next occasion. We will see for 6,607 if it works. All right? Okay, let us see. Let's just see if it works. Okay. It's gonna boot up here. All right. So you said left, right, right. But then it ends up on Turtwig. I don't think that works, Jin. Because I have to go back left. I don't think this method works, you know? If you had left it on, like, the last, right? It would have worked, but then it did not work. And so I don't think it's gonna work, Jin. I don't think. Oh, it's a shiny Turtwig method. I see. Okay, Pamela, no worries. I hope you enjoy your lurk. I'll see you in a bit, okay? Thank you for stopping by. Like right here, you see? Right here, right before the UI pops up, there's a shine and it pauses. It specifically pauses and then there's like a... And then you can tell if it's shiny or not, even if you can't tell by the color right away. Still sad that none of the remakes of the game ever added the Saturn only... What is Saturn only areas? You mean for like... Team Pluto? Or not Team Pluto, Team Galactic? Saturn is the red hair girl, right? Or was she the... No, yeah. Saturn was red hair, and then Jupiter was purple. And then... Yeah. Read the comment that I replied to. Oh, never mind. You're talking about a different game. I see. I probably bet a little too much on too fast on believe. Oh, and Cheryl, it's okay. I appreciate that, though. It's okay. I'm grateful that you're believing in me. Did you tell the Foxy story? I told it. I told a story about something that happened in Peak, but I haven't said anything in regards to the mods because Wapo said that it might be fun to show the mods on stream later without saying what the mods are. And so I haven't explained what any of the mods are yet. But yeah, we might play later today on stream. One day. But I did talk about one of the mods where it's like a 1 in 10,000 chance, and then I kept getting it last night. I got it 3 times last night, even though it was like a 1 in 10,000 chance every second. Don't say that, Jin! Don't say that! Don't say thousands of shiny stars abandoned for one penguin, man. Next gen's villain will be Almir, who disrupted the ecosystem by discarding 6,600 Piplups in the river. There is fan art! I don't know if you guys remember, but there's fan art of me as like a gym leader that is essentially like villain Elvira with all my Piplups. I don't know if you'll see it pop up in a bit, but it is in the fan art reel that we have right there. But yeah, there is art of me as a gym leader with all of my Piplups. It's exactly as how you described it, Hiragana. I believe. Piplup, please come home. Hi, Nolia. Welcome on in. Hello. Was that after I went to sleep? Yes. Oh! What the heck? Wait. Oh, wait. Is Seribot bugging out? Or is Nightbot bugging out? What's happening? What's going on? Nightbot's bugging out? Okay, give me 1 second. No, I'm still logged in on Nightbot. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Weird. You can probably try like MSO for Seribot's shout out instead. Hi, Twirly. Hello, ma'am. Can we get... Oh, thank you for the shout out for Twirly. You bugging, you tweaking. Not like how my character was bugging out that on Sunday. But hi, Twirly. How you doing today, ma'am? Good morning. I hope that you have had a very lovely sleep. You want to peek later? I don't know if you still want to peek or not. But I'm down if you're down still. Later. They're working now? Don't know why it wasn't working before. Oh, okay. That is weird. Here it is, Elvira. The moment of truth. Surge deep inside your heart and pull out the trap. I believe! Alright, so earlier, Ninja guessed 6,610. Will we see a shiny Piplup at 6,610? That is the question. You ready? Oh my god, Jin, do you play? Do you play Peak? You want to play with us later? You want to play? We have a mod that allows for more people to join as opposed to the typical 4-person Peak. I haven't played a game with you yet on stream either, right? Alright, Ninja, let us see. 6,610. No! I'm sorry, Ninja. It is not 6,610. man. Turley, why you have to say it like that? Oh yeah? Okay, so Turley said she ate my glizzy. Well, you know what Turley tried to do? Turley tried to force feed her glizzy. Force feed me her glizzy. How about that, Turley, huh? How about that? Huh? You want to go there? I'm gonna go there instead, okay? Alright? Okay? She tried to force feed me her glizzy. Successfully. You know why? It's because Turley, she was like, yeah, I'm hungry. she ran away like 1 or 2 times, and then she was like, you know what? I'm hungry. Oh my god. Hi, basically. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Welcome in on the YouTube side. Just saying, in terms of stats in a normal run, you have 80% chance of getting the shiny before your total count. I don't know what that means. I'm bad at math, let's go. I don't know what that means. Ninja!
I'd how much longer you are pulling, but I'm gambling for 6,620. I hope it's a shiny Piplup with really good stats.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about like IVs and EVs. I hope it has good IVs. Thank you, Ninja. We'll see. We'll see if we can get one at 6,220. Thank you for the 100 bits. I'm not a cute VTuber girl, but I'd be honored. What do you mean? Are you trying to imply that I only play with other cute VTuber girls? Okay, because I'm down to play games with all the friends. All right, you don't have to be a VTuber. All right, you don't have to be a girl. If you want to play, you can play. If I invite, that means I want to play. Okay. Or I can be like Cian. Yeah, if you believe hard enough, you can be a cute VTuber girl as well. Exactly. Exactly. Mm-hmm. What the? Is that supposed to be your impression? Oh my god. Is that supposed to be your impression of me? Or not impression, impersonation of me? Wait, how do you say that? Wait, is it impression or Wait, now I'm impression, right? God, why is English so hard? Only on stream! Only on stream do I forget English. I'm just like, what? It's impression, right? Impersonation is when you're trying to pretend to be somebody, but impression is... I don't know. It's like when you're typing up an essay and then you retype the one word over and over again, and it might be the most like basic word in the English vocabulary, but then for some reason you start to like forget yourself or forget your English. Like I remember back in the day, there was a time where I was writing an essay in university, right? And for some reason I kept typoing the word who, right? I kept typoing the word who, and so I kept erasing the word who and retyping it. But then by the time that I typed it correctly, it looked weird to me, and I was just like, what the heck? The word who? Why does it look so weird? Is that even a real word? And so it's just moments like those where you're writing something up and then you have a word that you've seen a million times, but then because you keep mistyping and mistyping the word, you're just like, huh? 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 Power Rangers? Wait, a Fortnite's having Power Rangers? But like, what type of Power Rangers though? Which one? That's a very important question. Is it Power Rangers SPD? Is it Power Rangers Ninja Storm? Is it Power Rangers Animal Force? Well, what is it? Which Power Rangers is it gonna be? I mean, yeah, Derby, if you want to be a cute VTuber girl, yeah, you can. No, Twirly, don't call yourself Duff. Oh my god. Explain this part. Are you saying that when you throw the Pokeball, the game freezes for a moment, indicating you got a shiny? Oh, no. So, the moment that it like pauses, so the game doesn't freeze, but I'll give you the rundown. So, essentially, when you throw the Pokeball, you see the Pokemon, and you can usually tell right away if it's different color. But with Piplup is so subtle in terms of the color that it is when it's a shiny that you can't really tell until you see like the guaranteed shiny animation. And there, whenever you have a shiny, there's a specific animation it does where the scene will like dim, and then the shiny particles pop up on the Pokemon right before the UI with the battle pops up, and then you get to choose what action you do. And so that's what I mean when I say that it kind of like stops for a second. It doesn't freeze, but it does feel like it just kind of focuses on the shiny for a bit. Whenever I play Pokemon, I didn't care about stats so long as I have like 10 levels ahead of my Pokemon and type advantage. That's the strat though, you know, that was the strat back in the day, right? You just like, if you're over level, you don't have to worry about, you know, strats and stuff. Hi Cheryl, welcome on in. Just being your own cute VTuber girl. Okay. Impression is the act of impressing. That's what I'm saying, right? Impression is the act of impressing. But doesn't impression also mean like your version of how you're portraying someone? Like you're trying to... I don't know how to describe it. God, today my brain's not functioning. When is the peak? I don't know. Charlie, you think you want to peak in like maybe... You thinking hour or 2 hours from now? What do you think? Not when she gets a shiny Piplup. I plan to just go to 6,650 today. That's the goal for today's resets. No, that's imprinting. That's imprinting, Twirly. Okay, when you hatch, you imprint. Okay, the animal that hatches, they imprint on the parent figure. Not impress. God, what is the word? God, it's like when I mixed up tetanus and tinnitus with Whooppo. What is the word? What is the word? She just told me what duff is. Oh, yeah. There was this movie that we watched. I forget what comedy movie it was, but there was this like terminology that they used where they're like, you know, in every friend group, there's a person that's the duff, you know? It's like it's the same word that one girl in my group of friends, you know, said to us one day. Where she was like, oh my god, you know, in every friend group there's a duff, and we were all just like, what are you talking about? What is duff, you know? And she's like, oh, you don't know, it stands for the designated ugly friend. And I was just like, that is so rude. I was just like, who the heck comes up with something like that? And I was just like, what the heck? Yeah. So the oh no. I think Bio's asking about the impression. I think it is impression. Like let me search it up. Impression. Let me see. I'm gonna Google this real quick. Oh, it is. I forgot. Yeah, there's an actual movie too. Yeah, there's an actual movie that's called Duff as well, right? But I don't think it stands for something a little different. Oh, here, yes, impression, an attempt at copying another person's manner and speech, especially in order to make people laugh. Do an impression. She does a really good impression of this and that and that. Okay, yes. I am using the correct word. Okay. Yeah. It is impression. Impression stands for things like first impression, but also like your impression of someone. But now I've said impression so much in this stream that impression doesn't sound like a real word to me anymore. It's doing the thing. It doesn't. I don't know. Oh, but in regards to Duff, yeah. So my first introduction to the word Duff, once again, was that I was in this friend group in high school, and essentially I was friends with a few people, and then these people were also like in a friend group with these other people because they were just like a group of friends that knew each other. since like middle school type of thing, you know? And so I was like, okay, you know, yeah, I don't mind meeting these people in high school because they're friends. They're like friends of my friends type of thing. And so we would hang out and stuff together. And then that girl that I told you about, one day we were all like, by the way, let me tell you, this was the day specifically because she was the one to plan a lot of stuff, like plan a lot of activities. And so she said, okay, everyone, make sure you dress up today because we're going to go out and take pictures outside at a park. And so we all dressed up, you know, a little bit fancier. And then we took pictures and stuff, right? And then she proceeds to say that the whole thing that I mentioned where she was like, yeah, you know, every friend group has a duff. And all of us just looked at each other and we're just like, what are you saying? That's so mean. And yeah, she was the real what's her name? Regina from Mean Girls. But yeah, let's just say she would always try to say mean things like that in a very passive aggressive way. And I'm not, you know, like I was never close to her like that. And, you know, after high school and stuff, her and I just did not keep in contact. I didn't want to keep in contact with her either. And so it was just more of like, you know, she was there because I was there for my friends and they were friends with her type of thing from middle school and stuff. But yeah, she was like the real Regina from Mean Girls that tried to be mean. Yeah, the real Regina George. But yeah, I just remember the first time I heard that, right? Because I just, you know, I've seen things like Popular Girls and Mean Girls, the whole concept of it in movies and stuff, right? And I ran into like some girls that, growing up that were mean, but that girl that said that the first time, I was just like, oh my god, that's mean. Oh my. And she wasn't saying like a joking way. She was saying it as a matter of fact, you know, like actually. And I was just like, what are you talking about? But yeah. High school drama. High school, man. I can only hope that she has grown up, you know, and learned from her ways. Because that's not cool. Stuff like that's not cool. You're down for an hour or two? Okay. Yeah, we can play in like I think a safer bet is probably... Yeah, maybe... I think I should be able to do it in an hour for the resets. Yeah. But yeah, Jin, if you want me to ping you, I can also ping you as well. So that you don't have to just like wait in the stream if you want to get pinged for when I play. I'm trying to get Jin to join because I haven't played a game with Jin yet. And I didn't know that Jin played. But yeah, Jin wants to play. You'll wait patiently. Okay, I don't want to just like sit there and wait. Okay. Here. We're friends on Discord, right? I'll give you my Steam friend code real quick. Yeah, I'll give him the mod pack and stuff. Let me give him my friend code. I can hear it now, though. Jin's gonna start sassing me when we play Peak. Like, oh my god, why did you go that way? You're gonna judge me. I can hear him judging me already. I can hear him judging me. Okay, Jin, there's my friend code right there for Steam. Which mods are we using? We're using the Wupple pack. Okay, I haven't told chat yet what's in the pack. Wait, do you know how to... Oh no, you said you mod yours as well, right, Jin? So you should already be familiar. But if you have any questions, let me know. But I'll give you the pack that we're using today. I see a friend request from Jinko. Okay. Thank God. For some reason, I thought your Steam profile picture was going to be the the freaking Totodile. Oh, okay, yeah. Boy, you just send it my way, and then I'll send it to Jin. Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie. Wait, let me ask some people in case they want to join too. Okay, we'll do like an hour from now, okay? An hour at like 5:30 EST. Let me ask. Okay. Okie dokie. That's really okay. At least disclose to them before asking. Oh! Oh, for them, for the thingamabob, the mod. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Okay. I disclose the thing to you, Jin. Okay, let me keep going. Okay. He said that doesn't sound fun at all. Alright, well, we'll take it out. We're taking it out. Okay, let me restart. He said, I want to play game, not fight for my life, okay? Alright, okay, I'll tell you guys what it is, okay? I'll tell you guys what happened now that we're taking it out, okay? Alright, I can tell you my trauma that happened last night, okay? So last night, Weppo made a pack for Peak, okay? And for Peak, you know what happened? He added in a mod where Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's can pop up every 1 in 10,000 chance every second. And so every second, there's a 1 in 10,000 chance that you're gonna see a jump scare of Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. And you know what happened to me? That was a story that I talked about earlier, okay? It was Foxy. I was just like, watch, I'm gonna be the first person that's gonna jump out towards. And what do you know? I was the first person that it popped up against, you know, because of my luck. And then I was just like, how much you wanna bet with my luck? It's gonna happen to me again. And you know what happened? It happened to me again before it happened to Twirly or Wuppo. And then I said, okay, surely it won't happen a third time, right? It happened to me a third time before it happened to Wuppo or Twirly once again. So it happened to me 3 times in the span of like an hour before it happened to Twirly or Wuppo. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 3 times. And so we're just like, yeah, you know, what are the chances of it popping up for me with a 1 in 10,000 chance, whereas Piplup doesn't even want to spawn for me with a 1 in 4,096 chance. Yeah, I guess it is good luck, but not good luck because it's luck to get jump scared as opposed to, like, you know, luck for me getting a Piplup. Okay. too. Hi, Gib. Okay, alright. Okay. Alright. Jin! What's going on? You know what? Ever since I mentioned the jump scare, Jin keeps responding with dots. What's wrong, Jin? What's wrong? It sounds like you regret saying that you'll join us today. What's wrong, huh? Hi, Leon. Welcome on in. Hi, Gretchy. Welcome into you too. Can we get a shout out for Gretchy, please? Okay. I'm back. I've asked the friendos. Okay. Okay, I'm scrolling. Okay, we're good. Was it on purpose that we just chatting music in the back instead of game music? Oh, I feel like for the most part, I haven't really swapped out to game music in a bit. I just kind of just stick with like just chatting for the time being, just because some of the music in the videos, they say that it should be like copyright free, but then they don't end up being copyright free. And some just like, maybe we'll just keep it to the just chatting for now. Yeah. Thank you for checking bio. Thank you. It's like going to a party expecting board games and everyone's drinking. Oh my god. Okay. I'm not gonna say who, but we have a friend, and this friend had a partner. And there was a day where we were just like all hanging out, and then we talked about like going back to a house and playing Mario Party, right? Like we just wanted to play some Mario Party. But by the way, this friend's partner is no longer their partner, they're their ex-partner. And so what happened was this partner, or this ex-partner of our friend, they were like, no drinks? We're not drinking while we're playing Mario Party? And we're just like, no, we were just thinking about just having a chill Mario Party night. And then they proceeded to say, they're like, dang, I never played Mario Party sober before. And we're just like, a lot of our friends and people play Mario Party sober. And you know, it's perfectly fine if people want to drink, but I think we just didn't think it was cool, you know, the way that this person was trying to imply that it wouldn't be fun to play games without having to drink. You know what I mean? Because people can drink if they want to drink. They don't have to drink. And things don't have to be fun only because people are drinking. You know what I mean? And so we're just like, okay, interesting. Yeah, exactly. We're just different lifestyles, you know? And if that's not how they want to play, then that's fine. Or if they want to be the one to drink, they can drink, right? But they kept on trying to like peer pressure us to drink with them, you know? And there's a difference between like people, you know, trying to get people to drink for the heck of it, for fun. But then there's a difference if people don't want to drink. Like they're saying like, no, I don't want to drink. But then they're still peer pressuring them and trying to like guilt them into drinking. Or just like, it's kind of weird. I'm just like, yeah, T. Yeah, your comment made me think about that, you know? Because exactly, right? It's like sure, some people might enjoy drinking, right? When it comes to things like playing board games, but people should not peer pressure other people, you know, into, you know, like drinking if they're playing the board game, if they don't want to drink, you know? Everyone should do what they're comfortable with at the end of the day and what they want to do, right? Exactly. You don't need to drink to have fun. Exactly. If someone wants to drink to add on to their fun, they can if they want, but everyone should do what they're comfortable with. You don't need jump scares to have fun. That's very true, Jin. You hear that, Wapo? You don't need jump scares to have fun. That's very true. That's very true. Yeah. So it's, you know, it's just like that the person like that ex partner of our friend, you know, is no longer like in our circle anymore because once again, you know, they're no longer a thing. And it like, you know, they like, there's so much more to that person that I'm not gonna go into. That was just an example to give to chat because I don't want anyone to ever feel like, you know, they need to be, that they have, like, if you ever get in a situation where you're peer pressured to do something, please don't ever feel like you have to give in to the pressure. I always tell people that you should always do what you're comfortable with. Boundaries are important to have, right? And people should respect those boundaries. And so that's just an example of something that I wanted to give as, you know, someone that's not a good person and a situation where you should not feel like you need to be pressured into them, if that makes sense. Don't feel pressured into doing stuff that you don't feel comfortable doing. There. That's like the TLDR of it. But yeah, that person in general, they weren't a really good person. Like, it wasn't just that. There were other situations where it felt like for that person, if things didn't go their way, then they weren't happy about it. You know, like if they weren't happy that it didn't go their way, they would feel the need to want to make other people, like, bring down the mood for other people, right? And that's just not cool, you know? It's like everyone's hanging out together, and if people hang out together, everyone should have a say, you know? If things don't go your way, you know, you don't need to be a poor sport about it, right? That's very immature. I feel like when it comes to mentality like that, like, if things don't go your way, then they're gonna try to bring down the mood for everybody else. We should add in jump scares to Piplup Tuesdays. What the heck? It's supposed to be like a chill. It's supposed to be like a chill, you know, Piplup reset day, and you want to add in jump scares? What the heck? Hello? Oh my god! Bio, I swear. It was pretty terrifying. I became desensitized, I think, by the third time that Foxy jumped out at me. I was just like, okay, well, at this point, it's not even scary. It's just ridiculous that it's happened to me so often, back to back to back. There's our reverb jump scare. But yeah, I also want to bring that up too, because that's another thing that people have talked about over the past, you know, I think a few years in terms of like conventions and stuff, you know, because when people go to conventions, when people go to like big events like that, right? Some people do go to parties, and, you know, it's always important to exercise safety at parties. And this applies to those that are, you know, going back to either university, or if you're going to university for the first time, right? You know, if you go to parties, I know they give like the whole PowerPoint on like how to stay safe, but like, as, you know, as your strummer, right? And as someone that's a big sister to, you know, a little brother, I just want to share with y'all that there are some things to keep in mind when you go to parties, okay? To be safe with. Lots of things to be careful about. It's always better to be safe than sorry, in my opinion. But yeah, the main thing is to keep in mind that your boundaries are your boundaries. And people that don't respect your boundaries are not cool. Not cool people. But in general too, with like drinks. Drinks, I think, is also the number one thing that I think about when it comes to going to parties, right? If you're going to drinks, or if you're going to drink stuff, whether it be like a party, you know, at a convention, or if it's like a party at university, or just a party in general with friends, right? It's always important with your drinks. Number one rule they always say is that for drinks, it's really important that you get drinks, whether it be like juice, or if it's like a spicy drink, okay, you get it yourself. You pour it yourself, you get it yourself. You know where it comes from, right? And you always like monitor it. Like I remember when I used to go to, back in my day, you know, when I used to go to some parties here and there, I would always be like super paranoid about my drink. And so I would always put my drink in front of me so I can see it at all times. Or if I don't see it at all times, I'll like have my hand covered on top of it, type of thing, you know? And nowadays, it's really cool. Nowadays, I saw that people have made tools and stuff that actually help you cover your drink. And it's really handy dandy if you feel like you might not be able to keep an eye on it. So that's a thing to consider too. There are tools out there where it's like a cup cover, just like a flexible cup cover. You can cover your cup anywhere if you're at a bar or if you're out drinking somewhere. So those are nice too if you want to have some extra safety on top of it. I'm getting peer pressured into resetting for a shiny Piplup. What do you mean? Who's peer pressuring you into a shiny Piplup? Also, I'm so sorry, Ninja. We did not get a shiny Piplup at 6,620. I am sorry. Did not pop up. Yeah, who are these peers? Who are these peers? If anything, I'm definitely not one of them because I am telling people to not hunt for a shiny Piplup. I'm just like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't get sucked into this madness. Don't do it. The cumulative probability of elves having seen is now 80%? Okay, that's good though. That means that as we do more, right, the percentage increases. Right, Leon? Right? Yeah. Jump scare check with each reset with the same odds as the shiny and see how many we get before shiny Piplup. Super Grub, how you doing today? Nice to see you.
6,630. That damn bird is coming home whether he likes it or not, lol.
Okay. 6,630. Thank you for another 100 bits, Ninja. Thank you. We shall see. We shall see if he pops up. Our new goal is 10,000. Okay. I'm hoping. I feel like, so I've mentioned this before. 10,000 I think is like my max. If we do hit 10,000, I will be stopping the Piplup hunts. At least like either on like a hiatus for it, so I can play the game itself, or I'll be stopping it because around that time I think is when Pokemon Legends ZA should be out, and so I might just switch over to Legends ZA and then come back to Piplup after Legends ZA. Because the whole reason I did this in the first place, like the reason why I picked it back up, is because I wanted to, catch up on Pokemon games before Pokemon Legends released. But here we are now, in the year where Pokemon Legends ZA is going to release, and it does not want to pop up. And so I'm just like, okay, this is getting kind of ridiculous. A little Piplup dance. Ting, 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 ting. Pew, pew. I don't know. How does Piplup dance? I can't really dance too with my, my current body. I feel like once I become 3D Elvira full body, then you'll get to see me do my little dances better. Little dancey dance. I know, Savvy. I know there's an easier way to get the shiny Piplup in the game, and I can do the Masuda method easy peasy, or just like I could do the other method. But the whole challenge is through starter. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this, is that I'm doing it through the starter method. And then never again, after I get the shiny Piplup, never again will I hunt for a shiny with the starter method. Oh, like a Club Penguin character. Yeah. I was trying to imitate the top left corner dance, but I can't really do that. When you play the game, you can use the easier one. If I do decide to play the game as opposed to going for a shiny Piplup, I don't know if I'll go for a shiny Piplup that way. I feel like I don't know if it'll be the same, It's not gonna be the same. With such low chances, even at 10,000 tries, the cumulative probability will be 91.3%. So that's pretty good, 91% is almost an A when you think about it. Thanks, Wapo. Okay, I see the code. Let me copy paste it. Punk! Who you calling punk? Surely you're not calling me a punk, right? I'm not a punk. Right? You think you ever skipped over a shiny Turtwig? And if so, can you send it to me? Oh, Perez! I would if I could. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if I already ran into a shiny Piplup. Or not shiny Piplup, a shiny Chimchar. Or a shiny Turtwig, and then I just skipped over it. I would not be surprised. Did I say hi to you, Fish Frogs? I don't know if I did, but hi, Fish Frogs. Welcome on in on the YouTube side. Hi. Hello. come on in. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. God, I love the little Club Penguin dance. The Club Penguin dance is so cute. I will try, like whenever I get 3D full body, I was thinking about it, right? Because I really do want to do a sort of like... No, I guess, I don't know. I do want to do a concert one day in full body 3D. And I was trying to think about like what dances I want to do. And not gonna lie, I feel like the Club Penguin dance would be kind of funny, you know? The shiny Piplup is about to appear. Hello, Kumukuro! I hope so. I hope. Alright, let's see. This is... reset... 6624. 6624. But yeah, I am looking forward to shiny hunting with other means. You know what I didn't count? I wish I kind of counted this. I didn't count how many of the Piplups I ran into were girls. Because even with like girls, right, when it comes to like female starters, those are also rare too. I forget the odds. But I remember when I was younger, I didn't hunt for a shiny starter. I would go for like a female starter. And even that, I felt like it took forever. And so now, you know, now after doing this shiny hunt for a shiny Piplup starter, I don't think I'll ever complain ever again about hunting for a female starter. Because those odds are a lot better compared to the shiny odds. My goodness. But yeah, I remember back in the day, I really tried gambling against the odds because I would look for a female starter, but along with the female starter Pokemon, I also wanted to go for like good IV. And so I remember I tried going for a good IV female starter. I think it was Snivy, and then I gave up after I think a couple of resets because it didn't want to line up together with the good IVs with the female starter. And so I was like, you know what? Fine, I don't care. I'm just gonna take my female Snivy. The shiny Piplup better appear for its own sake. Are we trying to threaten it now? We're like, you better show up, Piplup. You better show up or else. Dun dun dun. You tried to go for a female Torchic back in Emerald? Oh my goodness. I think at that point in my life, I didn't even realize that the Pokemon had, you know, difference in like male versus female. Because I was really young. I didn't realize that at that point. And so, yeah, when I think back about it, I'm like, dang, I forgot. Wait, where's the counter? Ah, here it is. Okay, and that was 6,625. Unfortunately, it was not a shiny. And so, for the doubters, you get your points once again. No! I'm so sorry, believers. I'm so sorry. We did not get a shiny Piplup or Starly by 6,625. Take your points! Take your points. Okay. I will start another prediction here in a second for 6,650. But yeah, I got Torchic. I don't, yeah, it wasn't until Gen 4. It wasn't until Gen 4. I think after I beat my first run, because, you know what I did? When I found out what the symbols meant, I thought if I named the Pokemon with the symbol, it would determine like what, you know, sex it was, right? And so, I remember for my Empoleon, I did Empoleon. I named it a nickname, and then I put the female, you know, symbol on it. And so I was just like, yeah, so this Empoleon is a female Empoleon. And then I was just like, wait, it literally shows the symbol that they are next to their name in game. And I didn't realize that until I think I was like, what, after I defeated the Elite Four, when they were showcasing the characters, like the Pokemon that you won with. And I was just like, oh, I did not realize. Did not. And then I felt bad. And so I changed all their nicknames afterwards, you know, back to just like the regular nicknames. And then I didn't do that ever since then. I was just like, okay, they can be whatever they want to be. I will go with the starter. that I want. And then that's it. And then it was around Black and White that I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to go for like a specific type of starter. Like the female Snivy. I was like, okay, I want the female Snivy. But yeah, I don't know. It just depends. Some of them I do want like a specific like stats or specific nature and stuff, but I feel like nowadays I don't really care as much anymore because I thought about it, right? There's a period where I just kept doing the Masuda method with the specific stats, specific gender, specific nature and stuff like that, right? And then I was just like, when it comes to like the IVs and the nature, I don't really compete at all with my Pokemon. I just play Pokemon for myself. And so I was just like, I guess I don't really need to go so much into the whole like EV, IV training because I just play by myself. The only time that I've competed in Pokemon was when I played Pokemon Showdown. And I think Pokemon Showdown, I think it got shut down, right? Unless it's still there. But yeah, I was just like, dang, I went so deep into IV, EV training for all my Pokemon just to not compete with them. Oh, Showdown's still a thing! Oh, I didn't know that. I thought Showdown got shut down. But yeah, Showdown was the only game where I would play competitively with people online. All the other times that I play Pokemon, I just play to play. I just play for the story. I play for my fight against the Elite Four, against the champion, and then that's it, And so all the IV, EV training I did was just so that I could have like strong Pokemon to fight against the Elite Four and the champion, which is definitely not needed. And so I was just like, dang, I spent so much time doing all this to not compete online. But I didn't mind though. I didn't care. It's just like with gacha, like gacha, like there's the meta and stuff, but I don't really care too much about meta. Just once again, because when I play games like gacha, you're not really playing to PvP. You're playing just to play in the story, against the characters in the story and stuff like that. The only times that you'll really see your stats compared to other people's characters is if you have like the website where you can see like where your character ranks at, right? And so I was just like, yeah, I don't really care about meta too much now that I'm older. But yeah, when I was younger though, being surrounded by so many YouTubers that were just like, oh yeah, you gotta get perfect IVs, perfect EVs, perfect nature, and blah 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 blah. I was just like, oh. I got into it, and then I was just like, I don't need to anymore. But I think, yeah, the time that I went into the most with the IV EV training was, I think it was X and Y. X and Y was the one, I think, where they had it was like an app. It was like an app on the phone, no, on the Pokedex at the bottom of your touchscreen, where you could train them specifically for their EVs with mini games. And so you would do stuff like the punching bag. You had this like Rocket League game style mini game in the app as well for the Pokedex. And you would just farm a bunch of EVs that way instead of like farming EVs through Pokemon. Because for those who don't know what EVs and IVs are like their base stats and the potential that they have for their stats. And so specific Pokemon, in terms of meta, you're supposed to have like better IVs and specific stats, whether it be like their health, their defense, their offense, their special attack. And then with EVs, those are like earned values. And every time, I don't know if you guys realize this, every time that you fight a Pokemon, you get an IV because each Pokemon gives off a different, or IV, EV, a different Pokemon gives off a different EV. And so, for example, if you're training in the first area of this game and you fight a bunch of Starlies, I forget what EV Starlies give, but Starlies, they'll give you the same EV every time. And so if you don't realize it, you can potentially max out your EV at 200, I believe. And then you can only max out, I think, 2-3 stats per Pokemon. And so, yeah, I didn't realize that until around that time. And thank you, Shido. Yes, next prediction is at 6,650. So if you want to vote, feel free to go ahead and vote for the next prediction. Will I get a shiny Starly or a Piplup at 6,650? Feel free to vote right there. But yeah, this is like this is This is the Elvira side of me talking that got too deep into Pokemon. I used to have a notebook. That was a common thing for me. I really like getting invested into games that I played. And so I would always have a notebook for different games that I played. And so for Pokemon specifically, I had a notebook where I would write down each Pokemon, and I would write down what EVs I wanted to train up and what Pokemon I could only fight. And so I remember I hated the way that it worked in the older games because there was no way to like really reset your EVs, right? And so when you run into random gym battles or like random trainer battles, you will end up getting the EV of that Pokemon that you fight with the person that, you know, is random. And so if you wanted perfect EVs, you would have to either get like a new Pokemon that you hatch altogether and then train it from there after you get to a point where you can just like train it without running into trainers, or you'd have to find a way to delete the EVs that you got. EVs go to 255 if I remember correctly, with the total EV a little over 5. Yeah. I think it was like 2 stats you could max out to like 255. And then there was like one extra one that you could kind of get a little higher that could bring it to around like 500, I think. I think that was how it worked. And then the other ones you don't really go into. But yeah, 2 main ones and then like one extra one, I believe. But you always wanted to have the associated nature, because I think the nature that you get also goes into what IVs are good for the EVs. Yeah, I won't get too into it because I know it's not everyone's, you know, thing to go this deep into Pokemon. I know most people when they play Pokemon, they're just playing to, you know, catch Pokemon and fight them in battles, as opposed to going deep into like the EVs and the IVs and the nature. Yeah, that was just a little, I guess, like tidbit that came from when I used to hatch Pokemon with the Masuda method. Because Masuda method was like the best way to get Pokemon with the specific IVs that you wanted. Example, perfect IVs. If you had a perfect IV Ditto. Yeah. Nature is a direct plus and negative 10%. Yes. Yeah. Like, I think Adamant, right? Adamant was the one where it like increases their offense, but it lowers their defense. I think? Maybe? I don't really remember. It's been a while. It's been a very long time since I was like deep into the Pokemon training. Like, I was so deep into the Pokemon training that I was able to remember, like, right off the back of my, just like, back of my hand, like, what nature went into what IVs. But it's been a very long time since I remembered that. Oh, you always have a table pulled up because I didn't remember. I wouldn't remember, yeah, all of them. But I remembered most of the ones that were common, if that makes sense. But this was me back in the day when I had too much time on my hands. I sent Jin the code, and Jin was like, "What the heck is this? What do you mean? What the heck is this, Jin? I thought you did the mod that allows you to have multiple people." Let me give updated code to this person too. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Can we get a shout out for Bunzy, please? I don't know if you guys know, but Bunzy is a member of the community that does stream. I didn't know about that until Wuppo told me one day. But yeah, hi Bunzy. I hope you're okay with that. I hope you don't mind me shouting you out. But I think it's really cool when, you know, members of the community also stream. And, you know, if you're cool, and then I'm cool with you know, letting people know that you stream. If you're comfortable, okay, of course. If you're not comfortable, then I will not shout you out anymore. I didn't know I streamed either. Oh, see how it feels, Woppo? You see how it feels? You know what's funny, Bunzy? It's funny that Woppo says that you're lying through your teeth because you know what happens every time that I say that Woppo streams? He says the exact same thing. He's just like, I don't stream. How the turns have tabled, Woppo. How the turns have tabled. How does it feel now, huh? That's different. Okay. Hi, Jiggly. Welcome on in. How you doing today, Jiggly? Welcome to the tea shop. Hi. And now it broke. Oh, the shout out thing broke again. Oh man. What the heck, Derpy? Okay, all right. Well, that's Derpy's opinion, okay? But please don't be going into his, people's streams. If Derpy's trying to like, if Derpy's complimenting like that, it's because him and Bunzy have that type of rapport with each other, okay? Please don't hop into Bunzy's stream and start saying stuff like that to him, all right? Don't make him uncomfortable. I don't want anyone in the community to be uncomfortable. Just because you see, the mods acting a certain way with another person doesn't mean that you can act the same way with them, okay? Everyone has different rapport with each other, okay? Derpy, don't say that! Derpy, I'm feeling that message. I'm telling you. I need my water. Derpy, I swear to God. Man. Gas so hard that I lost my air for a second. All the air in my lungs disappeared. It's like that challenge that people were doing for some reason where they breathe out all of your air and then try to scream to hear what it sounds like. That's kind of what it felt like. It felt like I already breathed out all of my air laughing, about Derpy saying that to Bunzy, and then Derpy says that statement, which made me gasp, but I had no more air to gasp, and so I started choking on my own air, I guess. My God, I'm okay. I'm not dead. I'm alive. I just had to take a deep breath. Jesus Christ, Derpy, I swear to God, some of the things that you say. My God. I know Derpy's joking, but that's a bad joke, okay, Derpy? Dookie! No, that's Trilly. Trilly's the one to say the word Dookie, not me. I don't know where Derpy... Well, not Derpy. Where Trilly got it from. Trilly's been saying the word Dookie so much ever since that day. Also, Ninja, 6,630. Will we get a shiny Piplup for... Ninja. I'm so sorry. It is not a shiny. I'm sorry, Ninja. Alright. I'm going in. No, Ninja, don't say that. It's not your fault, okay? No. It's not your fault. It's Piplup, okay? It's Piplup. We blame it on the Piplup. We blame it on the odds for a shiny Piplup, okay? It's not even Piplup's fault. It's the probability's fault, okay? All right? Okay, you gotta remember, okay? It's not you. It's not Piplup. It's the problem. The probability. It's like when they talk about, couples, right? Couples therapy. They're like, you have to remember when you and your partner are having an argument, you gotta remember it's not you versus your partner, it's you and your partner versus the problem. I don't know what that voice was. But yeah, okay, chat, it's not you guys versus Piplup, it's us versus the probability, okay? The probability is the issue here, all right? It's a 1 in 4,096 chance. More like probability. Exactly, CJ. Exactly. Hi, Sherry. Welcome on in, by the way. It's nice to see you. It's my partner's fault. See it? Oh my god. Yeah, Nintendo. Heckin' Nintendo, man. Surely we hit the 50-50 today. I hope so, Bunsy. I hope so. No, the partner was just like an example. This partner was just like the segue into the example that they give off, where like, you know, it can relate to like anything, you know. It can be like friends, right? It's like if you and your friend are having an argument, if you and your siblings are having an argument, you gotta remember that, you know, it's not you versus the person that you're having an argument with, you know. It's you versus you and the person you're talking to versus the problem. Your Piplup is not your partner, okay? At least in terms of like romantic, okay? I'm sure it'll be your partner in battle, but God, I hope not romantic. This is not that type of stream, okay? This is not that type of stream here, all right? Okay, chat? No, Cian! What the heck? What the heck? Not that I won't tell my brother. You said it's his fault he got no shiny. No, okay? All right? What do you mean, what the? What do you mean? What do you mean? Why are you guys better trying to make it sound like I'm the one that brought this up, okay? I'm only saying this because it's brought up in chat, okay? All right. Glad to see you once again. Missed you in chat a whole lot. I miss you too. I always miss you guys whenever, you know, I haven't seen y'all in a bit. It's always so nice to see you guys pop up again. I did not say it's anyone's fault. I said it's the problem. It's you and the person you're talking to and the problem. Okay? All right? Okay? You're trying to convince yourself that you're not mad at the... Yeah, it's just me. I'm just trying to remind myself to not blame Piplup. Okay? It's not Piplup's fault. It is the probability. It's not Piplup. It's the probability. Hi, Orange. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Welcome. What do you mean the copium? It's true. Okay, I can never blame Piplup. Piplup is the whole reason I'm doing this in the first place. All right, Piplup is one of my favorite Pokemon. Okay, all right. I could never blame such a cute Pokemon ever. If anything, you know what? I blame myself, okay? I blame myself because I'm the one that put myself in this predicament. I'm the one that chose to take on this battle of hunting for a shiny Pip, okay? It's me. I'm the problem. God, I really hope I see it though. I believe in the chances, okay? I believe in the odds. I believe the odds are in my favor. I believe. Alexa, play Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift. I think we're in the bargaining stage. Of what? Of grief? What are these stages that we're talking about? I know. So there are times where I talk to friends, like Cian, you know, that says stuff like, what if today is the day? Like literally yesterday, Cian was like, see, like, you gotta believe tomorrow's the day. And I told her, I was like, I tell that to myself every day. Every Monday, I tell myself that tomorrow is gonna be the day. Also, Waifu Wears, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you enjoy your stay. Welcome. I think we're on denial. Okay, Bunsy. Okay. I think I'm not in denial, okay? As much as it sounds like I'm in denial, okay? I am genuinely hopeful. That I can still see a shiny Piplup in my lifetime, okay? Stop it! It's not anger! I mean, it's not anger, okay? It's not anger. We will get a shiny Piplup. I'm not defensive. I'm not being defensive. Hi, Waifu Wears. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. A girl can dream, right? Yeah. Okay, next up. Is 6,640. She said that so aggressively for someone that's not aggressive. See, I'm not aggressive. But Derpy's always like, oh, she's so aggressive. I'm not aggressive. And now he says the truth. I am not. Not anger. I'm not angry. I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly calm. I am perfectly chill. I'm cool and collected. Oh my goodness, hello. Hello, Hochigami twins. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Welcome. Thank you so much for keeping your fingers crossed for me. I need all the luck that I can get. Thank you. How you doing today? Welcome. Do you guys also shiny hunt? It's okay to express your frustrations. You know, if I'm thinking seriously, I don't know how I would express my frustrations, because I don't really. I mean, I get frustrated, but I don't get mad. And then I think the only times that I like, because I don't crash out. You know, as the young people say nowadays, you know, like crashing out. I feel like for me, when it comes to when I get frustrated, the most I'll do is I'll just be like, you know, and that's it. But even that, I just do it more for the goofiness of it. And so, I don't know if I really, you know, have ways to express my frustration. Like some people, they'll like scream into a pillow. Some people, they will, you know, go work out and stuff, right? But yeah, I don't know. I just bottle up my emotions. That's so bad. I used to do that though. Okay, I mean, in all honesty, I used to be the person that would just like keep all my emotions to myself. But I feel like nowadays it's more so I just journal. I journal, or I, you know, if friends are down to talk, I will talk with them type of thing too. But yeah, journaling is really nice. Journaling's super nice if you guys want to, you know, if you're someone like me that's kind of more like guarded and has their walls up and has trust issues and all that stuff, you know, it's nice to journal, because when you journal, you're still able to like express your feelings. But you know, it's like to yourself, right? It's not really to other people, in case you're worried that other people might not, you know, listen without telling other people, I guess. Hello. Oh, you're the funniest and the coziest streamer. Oh my god, thank you, Your Rage. You're really sweet. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. It's okay, you know. Even though I am, you know, struggling, it's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to get a shiny Piplup even at 6,000 plus resets is still pretty fun. We do from time to time, and we have been too quick with the soft reset while doing so. Oh no! Is that what I think it means? Does that mean that there has been a time where you reset so quickly that you ended up resetting a shiny? I'm so afraid of doing that. I feel like I was like that too before. I used to shiny reset super quickly, but there was a time where I almost reset the shiny, and so ever since then I'm like super paranoid about making sure that I don't accidentally reset too quickly. Oh no. How often do you legitimately get mad? Like, have you ever been really mad in your life before? There are times where I've gotten mad before, but it takes a lot for me to get mad. Like, actually mad. And if I get mad at someone, usually it's like, that's when you know. You like push my buttons. And I don't really do anything. If I'm mad, I will just kind of, I don't know. No, Waffle, I've never gotten mad at you, okay? Like like I said, I've been frustrated or I've been like irritated and stuff, but most of the time it's like still in like a lightheartedness. If I get mad at something or someone, it's very serious. And at that point, usually I don't really do anything. I'm just like, okay, you know, if this person is like doing this thing that's gonna, you know, like, I can't even think of an example. What was an example of, like, me getting mad? I'm trying to think about it. It was a shiny Totodile in Heart Gold Soul Silver. No, may it rest in peace. Oh, no. Not the shiny Totodile. One day, I believe that you and your Totodile will reunite. I believe. She just bullies me back with love. What the heck? Not the bully you back with love. Okay. All right, I can think of an example where I've gotten like mad before. Okay, so it's a little different because it wasn't really like someone being mad at me, or how do I say? It's not someone making me mad. It's more so, I have a friend, you know, and let's just say this friend had an ex that made me mad before at them, you know, and so it was like I was mad for her, if that makes sense, you know. I was just really mad that this person, that her ex was such a awful person, and so it made me mad at them. But I didn't really do anything because it's not my place to do anything either, you know. And so I was mad at them, but I didn't do anything. I was just there for my friend. Like, I would comfort my friend, and more than anything, you know, making sure that they're okay. But I was like legitimately mad at that person for being such a piece of you know, piece of poo. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. I'm more the person that will like get mad for a friend more than like get mad at somebody. Because I would say for me, I have a pretty high level amount of patience, you know? And so, yeah. Yeah, he was a dookie. Exactly. Yeah, he was a dookie. Yeah. Well said, Cian. Well said. Got a pug puppy coming home on our Labor Day weekend. His name is Moose. Wait, that's so cute. A pug puppy named Moose. Oh my god. I don't know why that's so cute. Like, animals being named by other animals as their name is so adorable, you know? Can you imagine? You're like, hey, meet my dog Moose. And then they're just like, oh my god, little Moosey. A moose, such a pug puppy Moose. I love animals so much. But yeah, I'm more so the person that will get mad for my friends. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Mr. A. Douglas. I am hunting for the Piplup. How you doing today? Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Hi. I feel like you're the type of gal that knows how to express happiness super well, but when it comes to anger, you don't know how to process it, so naturally you'd be afraid just thinking to over... Yeah, like, I feel like, God, you know how people say, like when you get mad, they don't know how people can, like, argue without crying? That's me. Like, I remember, just like, you know, at this point I'm okay, but, like, I remember, like, back in the day, you know, in, like, my first, like, relationship, for example, right? I remember we had gotten to, like, our first argument, you know, and I tried to argue back because they were arguing with me, and I tried to argue back, but I can't argue without crying because I get so, like, I guess, like, overstimulated by the emotions, right? And so, yeah, for me, if I get mad, it's hard for me to deal with because it's, like, a lot of emotions. And so I'm that person where I'm just like, I'm mad at you, but then I'm like, so I can't argue without crying. I can't help it either. But that person, you know, thankfully that person at that time was understandable. But I know some other people that aren't so lucky where, you know, they'll like get into an argument and then they'll cry, and then the other person has the audacity to be like, why are you crying, huh? And then it's like, people can't help if they cry, you know. It's a lot of emotions, right? Yeah, I angry cry. I don't like arguing, you know. I can't argue without crying because I'm just like, it just feels so bad. I don't know, being mad is just such a horrible feeling, you know, and then arguing is such a horrible feeling, right? You're just like it's like that lady, you know, that lady that's like angry crying at the cat. She's pointing at the cat, she's like, it's like that, you know. It's like, I saw a cat in German cat subreddit before named Bird, which means pear. Oh my god, that's so cute. Wait, that's really cute. Oh my god, that's precious. A baby named Pear. I say that with respect, of course, because if you don't get angry that often, then you can't really express it that well, which makes perfect sense. Yeah, right? It's like, you know, that's why I feel like, yeah, it's definitely... people in general, like humans in general, right? Like we feel a lot of emotions, and some emotions are hard for us to express. And so that's why I feel like when people are expressing their emotions, I try to be as patient as possible, because I know, you know, communication one is hard in general by itself. And sometimes, you know, when you're really choked up on feelings that you have in that moment, it can be even harder to express how you're feeling, right? And so that's why I try to be as patient as possible with people, because I know it's hard. Emotions are hard. Communicating is hard. Combine them together, it's even harder. Thank you, Ninja. Thank you for understanding. Yeah. And, you know, that's why I say, like, there are people out there that might be like, wow, you're really good at, you know, like, talking on stream and whatnot. But I'm just like anybody else. I'm still human. I'm not perfect, you know. I have times where it's hard for me to get my thoughts across. Apparently today, that's very apparent, you know, with me mixing up my words, impression and impersonation. But yeah, you know, it's perfectly valid and perfectly fine if you're someone that feels emotions and it's hard for you to express certain emotions. But it's exactly like you said, Ninja. When I'm happy, it's very easy for me to express if I'm happy. I can be very, very expressive when it comes to things that make me happy, especially animals. Oh my God. Like every time that I see an animal when I'm walking around, you know, and I just can't help but just be like, oh my God, it's so cute. I can't help it. I can't help it. They're so cute, man. They're so cute. How dare animals be so cute? Like, oh my God, there is this dog. This person, you know, in the apartment, there's a lot of people that have pets, you know? And there's this person that was walking their pug, and their pug was so cute. Their pug was walking, and they do that little like walk that pugs do, where they walk like, you know, with both legs on both sides at the same time. And so it looks like they're like, you know, they're like bouncing or like skipping, you know. I was just like, oh my God, it's so cute. It's so cute. I love animals so much. God, I'm blessed. I'm blessed that at our apartment we have so many people that have pets, because I get to see them, you know, randomly throughout my day. Like sometimes I'll go grab the mail too, right? Or grab some packages, and then I'll just see, you know, someone with their pet, and I'm just like, oh my God, little doggy, little kitty, little baby, so cute. Hi, Justo. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Hi, bro. Okay, worms are a different story. Okay, I can't help it. I just don't like worms. I know people say worms are cute, but for me, I just have, you know, have certain feelings about worms that are personal to me. Okay, all right. Oh no, Ninja. For you, it's guilt. The emotion of guilt is what eats me, because when I feel legitimately bad for messing up, I tend to really harp on myself. Not a healthy thing to do. I get that too, though. I'm also the same way too, Ninja, when it comes to like messing up on something. Like even if it's something like, let me think about it. Like what happened recently where I just felt so bad because I messed up on it. Or even just like collabs, you know, like, but you know, there are times where I've like forgotten collabs were happening, right? Like at the time of, and even if I'm still able to make it to the collab, right? If I'm even late for like a little bit, even if it's like 5 minutes, I will feel so bad, you know? Because I'm just like, oh my God, how could I forget that, you know? Like I feel bad. Like it might not seem that bad, you know, in hindsight, because it was just like 5 minutes from the outside looking in. But for me, I think about it like, oh my God, I made these people wait 5 minutes, you know? We set a whole collab up and then I forgot. I'm just like, oh my goodness, how could I forget? Okay, we are 10 away. We are 10 away from 6,650. Pugs, man, they're feisty, but man, I love all dogs. I love dogs. I love cats. I love animals. I just, God, like I when I was younger, I really wanted a border collie, but I don't know. I get worried because a lot of people tell me that because I'm so small, if I were to have like a big dog, that dog is not gonna walk itself, you know, and then I'm not gonna walk the dog either because the dog's gonna end up walking me instead. You know, since I'm so tiny, I'm just like, oh no, I don't know if I'd be able to, you know, handle a big dog. But I love big dogs so much too. I don't mind having a small dog. I love small dogs as well, but I would love to have like a border collie or, you know, like a medium-sized dog too. I don't know if I'd be able to. I feel like when it comes to like a Doberman, for sure, I would not be able to walk a Doberman. Doberman is a very, very big dog. Same with German Shepherds. Those dogs are very big. But I feel like a border collie I'd be able to handle. Exactly, see, exactly. Everyone tells me that. They're like, yeah, those dogs are gonna walk you because of how small you are. No, Bio, don't do that to me, man. You know, I know some friends are trying to get me to play Grounded, but I just can't. I just can't, man. I can't. I saw Derpy play it for a bit, and I was just like, ugh. I cannot. Those bugs are like up close and personal in your face. Earthworm Jim and Worms are valid fun games. Okay, if it's like cartoon worms, it depends. It depends on how like realistic they look. Some cartoon worms I don't mind, but then there are cartoon worms that are more on the realistic side, and then I'm just like, ooh, you know. So I'm okay. It's not all worms in games that I can't deal with, you know. They're cartoony, like if they're bumpy, like you know how in Grounded they're more on the 3D side. That's a little much for me. But if it's cartoony, like for example, you know, you would see worms sometimes in old school cartoons. I'm okay with that, you know. I love pugs. I know the history, yeah, for pugs. Yeah, it makes me sad, you know. It does make me sad knowing about the history of some doggos. Or not even just like some dogs, right? There's a lot of animals, species out there that are, you know, domesticated pets. And yeah, some of them have a sad history. I'm just like, ooh, the babies. Remember, chat, adopt, don't shop. It's good to adopt them from shelters. And whenever I get to have a pet, I want to adopt from a shelter. You can send me pictures. I don't know, Bio. I don't know if I want pictures of worms in the DMs. I don't know if I want that. That doesn't sound very, very nice. No me gusta. No me gusta. They are not actually... Okay. You can... Okay, you sent it? Let me see. I'm going to look. Okay. This is not too bad. Wait, Tetris? Why did I... Wait. I didn't mean to boot up Tetris. What the heck? Okay, Earthworm Jim is okay. Because Earthworm Jim is like a humanoid worm. So that's not too bad. The Worms Battlegrounds, I think they're okay too. Those are pretty cute. Those are fine. Those are alright. That's okay. Do Tetris? I could do Tetris. I haven't played it in a while, so I'd be down. Wait. Let me see too. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm gonna try to speedrun this since it is already 5:30, and so I think it'll be like a 15 minutes, and then we'll hop into peak. Yeah, I'm just asking some more friendos in case they want to join us real quick. Let me see. I say that and then I keep on typing. Oh! I don't know. I'm so sorry, by the way, chat. It's just, I don't know why. It's just fun. I feel like, you know, usually I'll plan collabs, but sometimes it's nice just to do like on the spot collabs too, just for funsies. Just be like, hey, you want to play? You want to play? You want to join? My trainer used to have a German Shepherd that was an absolute beast. One time he stood on his leash when he was taking a break from walking him. The dog saw something, rushed towards it. A 360! Oh my goodness! I've seen it. I've seen the people that have trained German Shepherds and how intense they can be. Oh my goodness. They are very big dogs. Okay, we have 7 more resets. Moose is being brought from a breeder. That was my parents' decision, not mine. From same breeder as Spud, or current pug, and Spud is doing pretty well. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, if I feel like, you know, not all breeders are bad, because, you know, some breeders, like, I don't know enough about breeders to talk about them, but I feel like, you know, it's probably just like with any other field. Like, some breeders give breeders a bad rep, most likely, but, you know, there are breeders out there that are, I'm for sure, you know, more ethical in the way that they breed, right? And so if your dog is doing fine, right, your current dog is doing fine, then I hope that Moose is also going to be fine as well, especially since, you know, you guys did have a good experience with the first one. My trainer are 30. I feel like when I think about dogs, I think the biggest dog that I've interacted with was actually pretty recent. It was the one with my cousin. My cousins actually, they recently, or not recently, I feel like it was recent, but it was like I think a few years ago, like 2 years ago or something, but they adopted this big like Samoyed, I think is what they're called. Is that what they're called? Samoyed? I don't know how to pronounce it. Samoyed. But yeah, they adopted this Samoyed dog, and they're really big. I don't know if you guys know, but they're very big. They're very fluffy. And I met their dog for the first time when I went to go visit their house not too long ago after we went to go get hot pot. And oh my gosh, their dog is so friendly. It's one of the friendliest dogs that I've ever encountered. But my god, it was so big. It didn't jump onto me, but it did jump onto Brovere. And Brovere is bigger than me. Brovere is a lot bigger than me. He's taller, he's buffer, right? And even with how taller he is and how bigger he is, the dog still knocked him over when it jumped onto him. And so I can only imagine if their dog jumped onto me, because that's a big dog. That's a very big dog. That dog, when it's trying to stand up, you know, like, you know when dogs like jump onto you, but they jump up in a way where they're like standing on their hind legs to, you know, like plop onto you. I feel like when that dog does that, it's almost the same height as me. And so that's a big dog. It's a very big dog. But they're so cute. God, they're so cute. I want one for myself. I want a big dog. I want a small dog. I want a cat. I want a hamster. All the animals. You'll be flat as a pancake if that dog jumped onto you with the splat sound effect. No, I'm not gonna be squished, but I probably wouldn't be able to get up. I feel like if I'm knocked over by that dog, I would be like, help me, I can't get back up, you know. But I think I'd also be very happy, you know, to be swooshed by a dog, because it's gonna be so cute and fluffy. Spud's parents have been retired since we got him nearly 4 years ago. Oh, the parents. You know, what's cool is that I've seen people where, you know, they have gotten pets from breeders, and they will, you know, bring their baby to go see the parents every once in a while. And I think that's really cute. I think that's super cute. I love when, you know, when you adopt animals from people that you might know, and then that way they can still reunite with each other. Or just like in general too, like I've seen people that have adopted pets that are siblings, you know, so like different families but have like each sibling, and then they'll do little like doggy dates where they'll bring their dog to go visit their sibling and hang out with each other. And I'm just like, that's so wholesome, that's so cute. I just realized your model has pupil size tracking. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it too often, but yes, it does track my eyes, and you can see where my pupils move and the size of them too. There's so much, like if we talk about tracking, there's so much that people are doing nowadays in terms of rigging for models and tracking. It's really cool. It's so cool. Hi Shinkai! Today is the day, I swear. I believe today is the day as well. We have 5 more resets before I head off to play some Peak with the friends. Oh no, it's okay, Vendicel. It's okay. I was just saying that tracking is very upgraded, and that it's cool that you notice the pupil size tracking, because not a lot of people can see that unless I'm zoomed in. So thank you for noticing, Vendicel. Thank you. Alright. 5 more resets. 5 more. Oh man, I'm looking at pets right now. Why are they so cute? Ah! Oh man, so we had some friends too that also asked us to essentially like dog sit for them, right? But we don't have the permit to have an animal in the apartment, and so with the doggos, you know, doggos can bark, and so we're just like, yeah, it's probably better, you know, to not risk it. But I wanted to so badly, you know, like in the moment, as soon as I heard that they wanted us to dog sit, I was like, oh heck yeah, I want to dog sit the babies. I'm always down, you know, if someone wants me to like pet sit for them. But yeah, unfortunately, the apartment does not allow unless you have a permit for pets. If I had a model, I'd probably animate every little detail myself live on stream. That'd be really cool. There are streamers out there that are able to rig their own models, and you can see them rig everything in detail live on stream. I've thought about it actually. I kind of want to get into rigging potentially and try to rig models in the future. And so maybe, just maybe, some days you might see me working on, you know, some test rigs. I can notice how the pupil adjusts size slightly every time you blink. Yeah, details like that, you know, were done thanks to my rig mama, Oi Kelly. So if you guys want to see, you know, an amazing person rig, go check her out. She does stream her rigs that she does, as long as the person allows for them to be streamed. Because there are a lot of people that do have NDA for their rigs, and so not everyone showcases them or allows the person that is rigging to showcase them on their stream. Hoodies are cute, but I'll be... Yeah, that's the thing, right? A lot of people, they talk about that, especially for shelters, right? Puppies and kittens and the babies always are usually the ones to be adopted, right? But yeah, people forget that the younger that they are, the more difficult they are to raise and take care of. And so, you know, there's like pros and cons, right? To adopting when they're younger versus adopting if they're older. And I wish the older pets got more love too, because you know they're just as cute, right? it's like the same thing, right? If they're babies, sure, when you adopt them, but they're gonna grow up to be, you know, the same size, essentially, right? And I feel like they have just as much love, if not, you know, more when they're older like that if you adopt them, right? So I hope that the adult babies also get as much love in the future at these shelters. Hello, Otter. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in. Hello, everyone. For anyone that's new here, my name is Elvira, and today we are resetting for a shiny Piplup before we hop into some peak. Hi, how was your stream? I hope you had fun playing Roblox. But yeah, this is a very lurk-friendly stream here. I like to chat a lot, whether it be, you know, me rambling or me talking with chat. So if you enjoy chatting with Asada Gaming, please feel free to hang out here. Hello, Mushi. Welcome on in. Hi, Radis. How's shiny hunting? It's going. We're 2 away from hitting 6,650 resets for today. Yeah. I wish you all the luck in your search. Thank you so much, Otter. I really appreciate that. If you need to head off to, you know, wind down after stream or do some after stream care, please feel free to do so. But thank you so much for that raid. Thank you. Mint Choco, thank you so much for that resub at 6 months. I hope you enjoy your emotes as well as your sub badge. Welcome to the tea shop. I hope you enjoy your stay as a tea bun. Thank you for using your Prime on me. Thank you. I forgot to increase the number. That was 6,649. Okay, wait, one more. One more reset for today, okay? You guys ready? One more reset. Will we get a shiny Piplup or will we not get a shiny today? That is the question. Last reset for today. Also, Mint Choco, it is with my pleasure to bestow this pink diamond upon thy name. Da, 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 da. Yay! Pachi. I hope you enjoy being a VIP. I hope you enjoy being a VIP for the next 3 months. Thank you so much, Mint Choco. Thank you. And thank you again for that resub at 6 months with your Prime. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mint Choco. Hi, Bao. Yeah. I saw the VIP redeem afterwards. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope work's going well. By the way, Bao. One of us. Yeah. Here's a good question. Is Pip Vera or is Plup Vera? I'm thinking about the Piplup on your name. Piplup Vera. It's still Piplup, you know, but it just has my little bits and pieces on me or of me, and so it is Piplup Vera. Ha. All right, last one. Will we see a shiny Piplup? No! It is not a shiny Piplup. I am so sorry. To the believers, I'm sorry. The doubters have won yet again. Alright, take your points. Hi, Powers. Welcome on in. How you doing today? But yeah, it is not a shiny. I apologize for those that believed in me today yet again. Alright, okay. Well, like I said, that is going to be it for the Piplup resets for today. It is time for us to hop into the peak collab, the impromptu peak collab. And so I'm going to do a quick break just to go get a quick stretch in, quick bathroom break, all that jazz. And then we shall play some peak with some friendos, all right? So I will go ahead and call it here for Piplup, but I'm going to swap over to peak. And then for YouTube, on the YouTube side, I will also open up a new waiting room. Let me set that up real quick so that it just raids into the waiting room so that y'all don't have to kind of just like sit there waiting for it, okay? Give me 1 second. Hi, Prince Ollie. How you doing today? Yes, one day we will get that shiny Piplup. Thank you, Mint Choco. Alright, I'm gonna just set it up as like peak, as a free game day again, and then I'll go back and change the thumbnail and all that jazz later. Alright, let me put in peak. Yeah, we'll get him next time. Yeah. Alright, okay. And then let me set the time for 5:45. Yes. Okay. Waiting room is up. Oops. Okay, let me go back to this one right here. Change the settings. Okay. Right here. Alright, there we go. Okay. So it should send you guys over to the next waiting room after I end on the YouTube side, okay? But alright, okay. So like I said, I'm going to do a quick bathroom break. But for those on the YouTube side, I will be ending the live stream just so that the VOD stays as just like the shiny portion for this section. And then I do have another waiting room set up for a peak collab, okay? So it should automatically raid into that stream after I end this one, alright? So for those on the Twitch side, can we get some goodbyes for those watching the VOD in the future for YouTube? But yes, thank you so much for those that stopped in today for the shiny hunt for Piplup. But once again, I am swapping over to Peak now. So if you guys are hopping over, I'll see you over there on the Peak stream. But if not, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye! Bye, YouTube! I'll see you in a bit, though, for those stopping in for Peak. It is going to be live both on YouTube and on Twitch for the Peak collab. Okay? Bye, YouTube! Bye-bye! Bye-bye!